Hello and welcome to the 365 project.
Well, that cup seems pretty accurate. Time to see what this strawberry and berries herbal tea is all about, I think. Courtesy of the SLC demigod and all around top bloke, Danny Howell. Let's see what this tea's all about, eh? Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 313 of the 365 project. Seems like there's a lot of threes in there. 52 days to go until the end of the project and the end of the year, where we see, when we add it all up, how we've done on our weight loss journey, which we've been documenting throughout the year. So if you want to see my progress, go back, check out the videos, because there's some doozies on there. And today we're looking at over 6 stone weight loss, which is pretty much incredible when you think about it. Doing mad things like this. October, what a month that was, eh? 200 miles in a month. Mad stuff like this you can have, for sure. I don't know if you can see my t-shirt. Drink it in, man, Mr. Jericho. That's what I'm going to try and do with this herbal tea. But it's Friday, which means one more day at work before we hit the weekend. And yeah, the adventure race from yesterday, Canada Fitbit crew. I managed to finish in 4th position, but it was close. And we were leading for the majority of it, and then we got overtaken, and then we were in the lead again, but time constraints unfortunately meant that I had to work, and I couldn't finish in the top 3, so that's a little disappointing, but it was close. I was literally just outside, so we can always try again, and that's what we're going to do, I think. Probably going forward, we'll see if we get any more invitations from the crew. But we've got workweek hustles that are going to be wrapping up today as well, and they're looking strong. So we've got steps to get today, which is what we're going to do after we've had our cup of magic tea, and see where we end up. See if we can beat our step target today, because that's always the goal, to try and beat the step target. Water target's 1 bottle of water away from being done as well, so that's always a plus. And yeah, we're looking positive. I think we've had a good week. Calories have been reasonable, they haven't been excessive, so that's okay. And water target has been beaten every day also, so that again is looking good. Yeah, positive indicators. Everything's looking alright for today. Oof. You know when you just not long woke up and your eyes still aren't really open? That's kind of where I'm at today, I think. So yeah, we've got workweek hustles to try and do, get them finished off, and then we've got step targets to try and beat. Also, although I didn't come up with names, there was new subscribers hitting the button yesterday, 2 in fact, so that takes the total now to 122, so I'm really happy about that. I think I know who those 2 people may have been, so if I'm thinking who it was, I appreciate you pressing the button, guys, like you said you were going to. Really do appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the content. But less talk from me. More getting involved in some herbal tea.
So, FYI, that cup of tea, that magic tea, was banging. Big props to Danny for hitting me up with the tea bag there. I can see why everyone's getting so involved with it at work. It's becoming a bit of a ritual now, a bit of a tradition with the crew. But that aside, we've set off today and we headed towards the Bolton Lake initially, do a couple of laps around that part of the world. Headed up towards the Iron Horse and the Sim Pasture Shops sort of area, which was then to take us along to the tracks going towards the Blue Bridge, and then ultimately back into town. Although we didn't go straight down the main road into town, we kind of hung right by the Neville's Parade shop area and sort of through Hatfield Road and towards the fire engine house place. Made it into the town centre, had a little sortie around there, and then yeah, we kept the pace going, kept the steps going, hunting them steps down. The pace was high, we needed to be because it was a little chilly when we first set off, so we got the blood pumping, got warmed up, and then we sort of swung it round by Wooddenburn School area, going towards the best Chinese takeaway that this town has to offer, the Aycliffe Chop Suey House, up towards that part of town. But the work week hustles, people were chipping in with their steps still, as it is the last day of the hustle, so it's good to see that people are getting involved in that. And yeah, we were hunting our step target down today. We kept on going, and I think we may have done enough. So we'll see what it's like when we get back home and see if we've managed to beat our daily step target. I think we're gonna have a good chance of doing it. Let's find out.
Water targets are down. Doesn't have the same dramatic effect when you kick it, does it? Alright, let's get these headphones off. There we go. Happy days. And sit down. So, have we done enough to beat step target today? We've beat water target, as you can see by the empty bottle. 2 litres down, got another litre to go later. We're averaging 3 litres a day of water, so I'm hopeful that that's going to prove beneficial. It's definitely worked in the past. Increased water intake has definitely accelerated sort of weight loss, that kind of thing. But we'll check, see if we beat 14,000 steps, because that's the target today. We've still got scope to get some later on. But what have we managed to do on our journey out? Let's have a look. 14,475, so we've just snuck over target. Happy days. Boom! Ticked off the list. So there you go. Water targets are done and step targets for the day hit. Not gonna lie, it feels good to be hitting these step targets again when I was just sat doing nothing festering last week or 10 days ago, however long it was. It was tough mentally, and I knew I was kind of every day that was going past, I was slipping a little bit further away from where I wanted to be goal wise. But I mean, as you can kind of see here from the steps, this week we've kind of got right back right on it. I mean, look at yesterday, 21,631 steps. That's absolutely savage. Compared to last week, it's absolutely brutal. You know what I mean? Keep the steps high, keep the water high, keep the calories low, and you'll see results if that's what you want to do. All I've done is repeated the process, really. Saw great success last summer and then just carried it on. Just pushed through the mental barriers, pushed through the physical barriers, because obviously I weighed a lot more then, and maybe 21,000 steps was a lot harder to get, and I would feel it a lot more, kind of thing. Like, I remember when I used to do these walks, sort of feet and calves and sort of legs used to be in agony for days, but now I can happily do miles and miles and miles and be fine. So just goes to show you what kind of changes you can make and how your sort of general health and well-being can be improved just by putting some work in and sticking to your targets and sticking to your sort of where you want to be, your goals, that sort of thing, and doing what it takes to smash them. And that's all it is, really. Positive mental attitude, can-do attitude, and the rest takes care of itself. So I'm going to look at some stats and some numbers from the hustles now, see where we stand in relation to that, because that's coming to a close today. And then think about the weekend, prepare for that. I think there may be one or two things going on. I want to make sure that I'm not going to have clashes, you know how that is. So that's me done. I'm out of here. Hope you have had a good Friday, enjoyed watching the content. I'm Aaron from the highlight reel. Don't forget to stay safe and stay active, and above all else, keep it real. Oh, and also, Scratch-A-Mania from yesterday was a success. I won £3, so we'll have a little scratch of these bad boys and see if we can get anything out of these.
The 9th of November 2018, day 313 of the 365 project. It's Friday, and it's feeling good racking up these target smashes every day. It's been a little while since we've had a nice little streak of beating targets, and it's coming up to, well, pretty much a full week of gonna get that done, as long as we can get it done at the weekend. The highlight reel capturing the images of the journey out today. And as mentioned there, yes, it does feel good to be able to beat the daily step targets, because that's how we've had such great success with maintaining such a dramatic weight loss throughout the year. And without it, it's going to suffer, as you kind of saw last week. Although, to be fair, I was kind of on the shelf and calories were sky high. Although the water was still pretty on point. the calories were excessive, so the gain from Monday just gone there wasn't an unexpected thing. But hopefully this week we're gonna have had enough work put in and enough effort put in to be able to see a loss on the scales on Monday. We are fast approaching the end of the year, so we want to try and get as much off as we can before the year's out. And then, yeah, we can just really review it all and sit back and think what a success the 365 project has been.